Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here on this Monday for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison.
And I'm Tiffany Lee. Right now, we're tracking the latest after a deadly mass shooting in Fordyce, Arkansas. 4 people are dead and several others injured after a man opened fire at a local grocery store.
Well, the reason for the shooting is unanswered right now as investigators piece together such a tragic event. Here's what we do know. State police confirming 12 civilians were shot on Friday. 4 of them died. They're identified as 62-year-old Shirley Taylor, 50-year-old Roy Sturgis, 81-year-old Ellen Schrum, and 23-year-old Callie Weems. Now 5 more are in the hospital, 1 in critical condition. State police also sharing new details on the suspected shooter. 44-year-old Travis Posey is accused of being the man behind that trigger. Police say he acted alone while carrying 2 weapons, a shotgun and a pistol.
While a motive is still unclear, Colonel Mike Hager says that justice is coming.
Right now, our priorities are twofold. The first being the successful prosecution of the suspect and making sure he's held accountable for his despicable actions. The second is to ensure the community of Fordyce and the citizens of Dallas County receive the support and prayers that they so desperately need.
We also know the identities of the officers who were hurt while responding to the shooting. According to state police, Fordyce Police Department officers Jacob Murray and James Johnson are out of the hospital after being treated for gun-related injuries. Meanwhile, Arkansas continues to recover from the Memorial Day weekend tornadoes.
Now people in Madison County are getting some much needed help. Today's the last day, though, to visit the Disaster Recovery Center in Huntsville. FEMA and the state opened it over the weekend. According to FEMA, the goal is to provide some one-on-one help for storm victims. The center is located at the Clifty Volunteer Fire Department along Clifty Highway. It's open today from 8 to 6. All right, we're going to get to more top news stories for you in just a minute. But first, let's check in with Zach for a look at today's forecast.
All right, ladies, another hot day here across the area. Dangerous heat been building in the last few days, and it's still here locked in over 5 country. Northwest Arkansas is going to range about 95 to 98 degrees. Look at the evening trend here. It takes a while to start to cool down slowly through the 90s and the 80s. We're still into the 80s as we switch over into Tuesday morning. We'll settle into the 70s area wide, and wouldn't be shocked if there is a spot or two that struggles to get out of the lower 80s. River Valley would have the highest chance of that because you're going to be a little bit warmer another day where we're looking at upper 90s. I think we could get a few triple digits to mix in, first ones of the year. And look at the warm evening, the warm overnight. We're still well into the 80s as we go deep into the overnight hours. That's the actual air temperatures. Factor in the mugginess, higher humidity, and here's what it's going to feel like. A hot southwest wind coming in about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Will feel more like 103 to 106 in northwest Arkansas. Could have a spot or two northwest Arkansas and northeast Oklahoma that goes as high as 107, 108 degrees. River Valley, we do have a hotter chance here, or higher chance for some hotter air. Feels like temperatures up to 110, 111 degrees going to be possible. The heat's likely going to continue for most of the week. Now, we do have a chance as we go Tuesday night and Wednesday morning to start out a little cooler thanks to some rainfall. We'll be tracking it the next couple days.
Thanks for that, Zach. Well, if you're looking to add to your family, Fayetteville Animal Services is throwing a big summer blowout this week. Starting today and lasting all throughout this week, there's no adoption fee at the Animal Services in Fayetteville. The event is meant to help animals in these overcrowded shelters find their forever home. Each adoptable pet is spayed or neutered, up to date on their vaccines, and microchipped. If you're wanting to adopt a pet, you have to fill out an application form. Well, the trek continues for more than 300 cyclists traveling from one corner of Arkansas to the other. This is the first ever Arkansas Grappler. That ride is happening all week long. Cyclists from 35 different states are hitting the trails in Oark today and will be in Jasper this evening. Yeah, they took off from the University of Arkansas Sunday, riding all day to Oark, where they spent the night enjoying entertainment and activities. They're riding 40 to 70 miles every day this week, of course, depending on the terrain, and they'll end up in Jonesboro on Friday. Along the way, cyclists will stop for the night in 5 host communities, giving people from all over the country a taste of Arkansas.
I've traveled the route from Fayetteville to Jonesboro for at least 40 years, and I've always thought how cool it would be to cycle this part of Arkansas, which is, in my opinion, one of the more beautiful parts of Arkansas, north central Arkansas.
Well, Well, by the end of the week, the cyclists will have biked about 340 miles. That's a lot.
That's a lot, and in this heat. So good luck to all of them. We definitely couldn't do it. Well, those are some of your top stories on this Monday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, find us right here tomorrow for more. Have a great day.